to Human Design. My name is Melina Macdonald. Today I want to talk about the chakra system that we use within Human Design, which normally the chakra system has 7, but in Human Design has 9 different centers. So I wanted to explain those. So I'm making sure I'm standing up to do this because I sort of want to show you, if you're unfamiliar with the chakras, where that works in your body. So these 9 centers are your energy centers, and they're quite important within the Human Design. So I'm going to run through each one of where it is. So the first one we've got here would normally be called the crown. In this case, it's called the head. So when this one is defined, which means it's colored in, which is a bright yellow on your chart, this is where your inspiration comes from. Okay. The next point is the third eye, which is called the ajna. All right, in between your eyebrows here. And this is actually where your thoughts and your ideas come from. They don't come from the head, which is why I always say if you're in your head, you're dead. It actually comes from this center right here. So these are your different energy centers. The next one you've got is your throat chakra. This is how you communicate out into the world. The next area was broken up into 2 when it comes to the chakras. So we have the heart chakra. The heart chakra is all about your ego and willpower. And this got split into 2. So the second center you will see is the yellow basically triangle, which is called the G center. So the G center around here is the who am I? It's the big question, the who am I question. Where is my love coming from? What is my purpose and direction? Okay, this is quite an important one for a lot of people. The next center is called the Solar Plexus, which is based around here, so like under your sternum part. Okay, the Solar Plexus, this was also brought into 2. So on the chart, you're going to have the 2 triangles on both sides. One side on the right hand side of your chart is going to be the Solar Plexus. This is where your emotional authority is. This is how your emotions run. Okay, really important to understand that. And if yours is open, you are an emotional empath. All right, so you're feeling energy coming in from everywhere. On the left-hand side of your chart is the spleen. The spleen is your fear center, and it also shows me, when I'm looking at your chart and yourself, what you fear and how you care. All right, so there's always different components with this one. The next energy center is your sacral, so it's around your belly button area. And the sacral energy this is like your battery pack. So most generators are going to have the red square, that's going to be activated. This is an energy center. Okay, we can get a lot of energy from here innately, naturally within us. This area is also where your sexual energy is. And a lot of people get that confused with the root. So the root is literally, think of it like your bottom. It's the base chakra. It's where your genitals are. And we tend to think because the root chakra is where the genital area is in the male and the female, that this is actually, where your sexual energy is, which is not. It's in the sacral. The root chakra is literally where you get your drive, but it's also where you hold you got your drive and your adrenaline, but it's also got your stress. Okay, so when I'm looking at your chart, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the defined areas. So all of those shapes that are colored in, we're going to have a look at them and we're going to go, how does this work? Okay, what is innately in you that you can get, you can literally call on at any time to get what you want. Then we've got the open areas, and we're going to look at the open areas, and that's where I do most of my focus work with you on, because the open areas is what's running your show. It is the masks that are on you. It is your shadow. It is that monkey on your back, or you can call it the devil on the shoulder, whatever it is, because what happens is when you have an open area, instead of the information coming from the inside out, you're getting the information from the outside in, so you're getting it from the world around you. So this is how, you're easily manipulated, okay, and negotiated are the words that I always talk about when I'm talking about the open centers. And this is the focus when we look at your chart. So what will happen is when we look at your chart, I'm going to look at this area, I'm going to see which ones are open and which one of the open areas may be predominantly running the show. So this is going to be where it's open with no activations, no lines coming out of it, and that's what runs your show. Now, for those of you that think that this doesn't work, let me tell you, it was some shock therapy for myself, because I've got 3 open areas. I have my head area, which means I'm thinking about things that don't matter, and 70% of the population are actually thinking about that. I've got the ego and heart, which is where I feel undervalued. And I also have the emotional center, which means that I avoid confrontation and truth. And because that's open, I'm an emotional empath, so I feel the energy of people around me. So the reality is that, you know, majority of what we feel isn't ours. So you've got to return it to sender. So what happens is I have 3 questions that I need to ask myself, which is, am I thinking about something that doesn't matter? Am I feeling undervalued right now, or am I avoiding confrontation and truth? And when I ask those questions for when I'm frustrated, then I can work out which one is running the show, and you let it go. This is the trick with human design. It's understanding what is running your show, what is screwing you up over and over again. What are the patterns that you are running? Because you need to understand that we've been brought up with other people telling us how to be, how to live, how to eat, how to love, how to screw, how to learn. And it doesn't mean that that's the right thing for you. So I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea of how the open centers actually work within the human design chart. When you start understanding how that is, trust me, this is the key to everything. Okay? We look at what kind of personality are you? So for me, I'm a generator. What is my inner authority? How am I supposed to make decisions? For me, mine is based on my sacral, which is my intuition. Okay? And then I look at what the hell is running my show. And for me, it's avoiding confrontation and the truth. And if any of you know me, people call me like the truth bomb. I have a no shit policy. But the reality was, once I sat on this for about a week or 2, and I was honest with myself, I realized that with everybody that's really close in my life, you know, I definitely avoid confrontation and truth, because I'm sitting there going, please, please, please work this out so I don't have to tell you what is going on, and I'm getting frustrated. So what happens was I'm actually avoiding it, hoping that they're going to work it out. So I have a tendency to stay in all kinds of relationships, whether it's family, love, or friend relationships, for 18 months too long. So I drag that shit out because I'm actually avoiding confrontation and truth. So this is how it operates within my chart. I hope that gives you a bit of an understanding of how human design works. If you were interested in learning more about your chart and what runs your show, have a look below. We've got some links. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to help you really discover who you are, not who you're told you are, but who you actually are, and do your human design blueprint today. So until next time, bye from me.